Hello everybody, it's still Friday, it's 11:50. This is Lisa Shipman at Ain't It Just Lovely. This is actually take two for me tonight. I did my live. I was at the bank in the parking lot, and it was disruptful at my house. So when I left to go to the bank, I decided that's where I was going to do my live at. And my live was really something that my coach Renee, my awesome friend and coach and mentor and everything, she wanted me to do because she said that I'm real. That's not everybody's favorite thing, because sometimes I'm a little bit too real. Anyway, I was pretty upset because once I posted it, it was gone. But luckily my aunt saw it and one of my friends saw it and they had posted on it, so I didn't think I was crazy. So anyway, I'm going to do it again, Misha. This is my testimonial. I had a really rough last couple years. I had made a decision to change my life, and I knew that making this decision was going to be a very, very, very hard, hard road. And it was harder than I thought it was going to be. It got worse. And I ended up actually, I lost everything. I didn't lose everything. Not like Billy did. Billy lost everything tragically. Like, that's horrible. You know, I had everything taken from me. And that was devastating because now I have goals that are so different than what I thought they were supposed to be. I had this goal my whole life that I wanted a family of my own. I wanted my own home. You know, I just wanted all that with the little picket fence and all that stuff. I didn't have that growing up at all. A lot of us come from dysfunctional families. Mine was extremely dysfunctional. So I wanted that for my kids. I wanted that cycle to be broken. And I stayed where I was for 17 years because I thought I was doing the right thing for the kids. But now I'm doing the right thing for the kids, because you can tell. And they tell me that. And but this last 2 years was really hard. It was probably the most horrible 2 years I've ever experienced in my life. There was humiliation. There was loss. There was a lot of loneliness. I had to learn how to be alone and not have people to take care of. That's something that I do. I like it. I always end up somewhere where I'm taking care of somebody, and it doesn't bother me. It's part of me. You know, doing their laundry, they never had to do any of that. My kids are all overachievers. They're very good in school, very good in sports, just good kids all around, and volunteering and stuff to help, like with, you know, Cancer Society and things like that. So they're always busy. And, I took care of them, and then pretty soon it was just me and this guy. And this guy over here, I don't know if you can see him. Chato, say hi. Yeah, he's tired. He's ready for bed. He's like done. But at least I don't feel like I'm doing it by myself this time. I didn't have him in the car with me. He's my buddy. He's waiting. He wants to go to sleep. So do I. Anyway, I ended up, you know, so bad off that I was sleeping in my car this last October. I had nowhere to go. And I wasn't on drugs, and I wasn't drinking. I didn't, you know, I was just really, really depressed and really angry that this was happening to me, because I wasn't okay with it. But I didn't have a choice. I let myself be in a position where this happened to me, and it's my fault because I trusted my situation. So, and I'll talk about that later. I might have to have somebody write that story, because that's pretty crazy when I think about it. I'm like, wow, that's my life. Oh my God. It was horrible in October. I was there for almost 3 months in my car. I would get just enough money to stay in a hotel for a few days and you know, take a shower, do my laundry. I still managed to be able to pick the kids up on my days. And I would take all my stuff that was in my car, and I would hide it somewhere, and I would go pick them up from school, and then I'd go pick my stuff back up, and it was a lot of work. And I mean, my car was full, and I didn't want them to know. And also because we've been here our whole lives, you know, me being a soccer coach and us just being affiliated with everything, I didn't want to run into somebody. That was my biggest fear, was running into one of my kids' friends' parents or whatever. And it was just awful. It was degrading. And You know, I didn't have a job. Everything was just gone. Like my whole world was just exploded, and I wanted to be mad at everybody else. And even though I had somebody that I have a right to be mad at, it wasn't getting me anywhere, and I was the only one suffering still. So, hi Tony, hi Shy. Tony, really? This is hard for me. I have to do this twice tonight. It was horrible. I would drive over to Starbucks and I would, don't do that right now, Shy. I would sit there during the day and use the Wi-Fi because it was free, so I could try to find work online. You know, and I have this amazing resume and all this experience and all this stuff, but how am I going to walk into you know, an interview looking like somebody who slept in their car the night before? And it was just terrible. And I was like, I'm not supposed to be here. One night, I remember it clearly, I'm sitting in my car and I'm just like, this is not happening. And the night before, I was sleeping, my dog was sleeping on top of my legs, and we were sleeping, and some man came up and started banging on the window in the middle of the night with the end of a hammer, and it was so scary. And it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and my dog, he didn't even bark. He screamed like a human. It scared him so bad. And my brother-in-law found out about it. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't want anybody to know. This was my thing. I was going to get out of it by myself, and he found out about it. And he came and got me out of the car that night and put me in a hotel. And then I ended up meeting these people that I'm at right now. I've been here since then. And they needed a caretaker for their sister who is 84 years old. She has dementia. And so she has the minor stage of dementia, the very beginning stages. But, you know, that they saved my life, you know, and now I have this place. And so I've been trying to do this internet, you know, searching, and I went to 2-3 other companies. Misha, I'm sure that Misha knows them very well, but I'm not going to say who that is because I don't do that. And, you know, it was just a waste of time. It was a waste of money. I did the training. I was there. I was with them. Every second that they asked me to be there, I was on the computer, ready to go, waiting for them to be online. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And then when it came down to the actual, let's do this, they would just disappear. Everybody would just disappear. Okay, well, wait, what, you know, and they would disappear, and I would send emails to the company. I would be like, does anybody know where this person is? This is, you know, and it was just awful. And I just felt like I was being scammed, and I gave up on internet marketing altogether. I was like, this whole market is just a complete joke. Like, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know it existed at all. I had no idea how huge it was. And I was done, completely done. I think I got $20 out of $80 back of a refund on the last one that I was at. And I just didn't care. I was just like, whatever, I just don't want to do this with you anymore. It's a waste of my time. And somehow, some way, and I think from that point on, I just was in autopilot. I don't remember. I can honestly tell you, I don't remember. And I found myself one day in the middle of one of Misha's capture pages. And I was like, I don't know why I was watching it, because everything that he was saying, I already heard from the other people, but he said it, there was just something, the way he said it. By the time I got done with it, I was signed up. I paid for I didn't pay the $1. I paid the whatever it was, the monthly, whatever it was. And I was on module 3 by the next morning. And I had already contacted my coach, and I had told her a little bit of my story very briefly, because I just don't like talking about it. I don't want to look back. It happened. It's not my crutch. This is where I want to go now. And she was great. And she was like, oh, I can't wait to go on stage with you and hold your hand. You're going to tell your story. We're going to do this, blah, 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 blah. And I just felt so good. And I was like, okay, yeah, you know what? You're right. I can do this. And, you know, I got to module 7, like she said, and I called her and I went over it with her. And then she upselled me on the pro level. And at that time, you know, I didn't have it. Sorry. I didn't have car insurance. I didn't have anything. So, yeah. And I was like, well, you know, I don't have it. But before my insurance or before anything else, the first chance I get, I'll go there first. I will. And she's like, okay, well, from now on, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I was on my own at that point. I don't know if that's how it goes or whatever, but again, I was on my ond. She goes, if you need any help, go to the SAM page, ask somebody, and somebody will help you. I didn't know what to ask. I didn't know who to ask. I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing next. I didn't know where I was going. And I mean, I literally didn't even, I kind of brushed on module 8 for a while. you know, to kind of keep it going. And I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I was there for about a week and a half, and I'm like, I'm still like on autopilot. I don't even understand why I'm sitting in front of the computer reading your guys' things, reading your, I think I went to a couple inner circles that I didn't even know were like part of the thing. I just happened to be there when it was on. And I kept seeing this little icon of this little person popping all over the place. Like, oh, she's on that page. Oh, she's on that page. And I was like, is this person watching me? She was. It was Renee. It was Renee Russian. She was kind of watching me to see what I was doing. She was noticing I wasn't posting anything. I was just kind of there. And she was my sponsor, and I didn't realize it. And she asked me if I needed any help. And I said, you know what? I don't think that this is for me. I think I got to go. You know, I said, I just, you know, I said, I'm just really disappointed, and I think that I'm just in the wrong spot. I need to look somewhere else for whatever it is that I want to learn to do, because I know that I want to work from home, because when I get my kids back and I get my place back, I want to be a full-time mom that can be there for them 24/7. I don't want to work a full-time job and miss out on any more than I already have over this last year and a half that was taken from me. And that's my why, is because I want to finish. They're not done yet. I got one in high school and one in middle school, and they call me every day, and they need me, and I need them. And so this is my why. And that's not my aha moment, though. My aha moment was that about 5 minutes before Renee had found me, I had already I was reading something else off of the stand page on a piece of paper that I had gotten, and I had my pointer on the X, and I was just gonna exit out. I wasn't even gonna ask for my money back. I was just done. Shut my computer and just kind of, you know, start fresh. Maybe go back to work for a little while. Maybe work nights, late nights or something. I didn't know. And she said, you know, can I just, you know, have you come with me just for a little bit through this? Give me a week. You know, let me show you some things. Let me see what I can do to help you. You'll feel a lot better. And immediately, the way that she said that, after everything that I've been through, I don't trust people. I don't need any friends. I don't want any friends. I just want everybody to just like leave me alone. Let me figure this out by myself. I immediately, my guard was down, and that woman was my friend before I even met her. She told me about her life and where she came from. I didn't tell her anything about mine, and it was identical. It was identical. It was like almost like she was getting into my files and reading my personal stuff. I was looking at her like, you know, and she's helped me a lot, and more than, I mean, I've cut so many people off in my life over this last 2 years that knew of the troubles that I was going through, and didn't offer to help or see if I was okay, and because their lives were just so perfect, they didn't want any disruptions. But you know what? If they were out there and I knew that, are you kidding me? I would go get them. I would bring them to my house, and they're going to eat, and they're going to get their, you know, they're going to have a place to sleep, and nobody's going to be out like that. And it really bothered me. It really bothered me, but it's okay. It's okay. But I love this. I'm not one of those success stories yet, because of the fact that I know that I'm going to make the money. I know that I'm going to get there. I know that I'm going to get that 10K a month, and I'm going to be up there with you guys, way up there at the top eventually. That's where I'm going. But I'm glad that I was with Renee, because I'm actually learning about myself and learning the important things about the confidence and getting, you know, out of your comfort zone. That's one other reason why I did it at the bank today, because I was crying on my phone during my live, and there's people staring at me at my car window, strangers. And, you know, I just didn't care. I was like, okay, you know what, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing this because I care about this company, and I care about you know, achieving my goals. I care about San. I care about everybody there. You know, being on in the morning with Amber, I always feel so much more relieved than the mornings that I don't. I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I did that. It's such a great way to start my day. And everything that you have to offer, Misha, what you give us in training is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And you could capture someone like me. I loved it. I actually went through 14 through 18 twice. I wasn't told to. Renee was like, well, aren't you done with 18 yet? And I said, yeah, I finished it, but I really wanted to start over again at 14, or maybe it was 13, just to make sure I got it all in, you know. And I took my notes, and I sent Misha the emails and all that. So my aha moment was that moment when Renee grabbed me and said, can I just have you come with me just for a week? And right there I went, aha. I go, you know what? This is where I'm supposed to be. I didn't know why I was here. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't have any plans. And I was very discouraged, and I was getting angry again at everything else and blaming. We did that responsibility thing today on Amber's, or it's not today. Oh, it's tomorrow. I'm going to bed. So anyway, I am so grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be a part of this company. I look forward to growing and moving up with you guys. I'm 100% into it. And have a good night. And I swear to God, Facebook, if you erase this, I'm done.